You started out as a Bitcoin skeptic. I've listened to a lot of your interviews. There was a tweet in 2012 where you likened it to a form of online gambling. And then you had the slow conversion into becoming what I would say one of the more exceptional Bitcoin evangelists. I mean, I would describe you like that based on a lot of the stuff that you've said, but now you're putting your money alongside of your ideas in your mouth. You've announced a $425 million investment in Bitcoin from the MicroStrategy cash reserve. And so could you take us through your personal odyssey from skeptic, this is online gambling, to, okay, wait a minute, this is a lot like Microsoft, Facebook, and Amazon?
Sure. I mean, in the early days of Bitcoin, Bitcoin's like an open source project. There's no company behind it. It's an emergent phenomena in cyberspace. And, and as it emerged, the early days, it was very uncertain and scary and complicated. And so how will the IRS tax it? Will the government ban it? Will it be illegal to hold it? The early exchanges were failing. Mt. Gox failed. The early use cases were Silk Road. The early question of, is it a security or not, right? You went through all of these tests for Bitcoin. It could have been destroyed because it was banned. It could have been destroyed because it was hijacked by bad exchanges. It could have been destroyed because it was forked. Everybody said, well, either someone else is going to copy it or the government will ban it. Over the last 8 years, what happened is it was copied 6,500 times, Anthony. It's the winner of the crypto war. So how do you get comfortable with it? Well, after it's been attacked 6,500 times by clones and they've all failed, and when it emerged to be 95% of all of the proof of work networks, like 95% of all the monetary energy in the crypto asset space is on the Bitcoin network, then it's Facebook, it's not MySpace. So we had to watch it get to a point of maturity where it's seasoned. And we had to watch all of these bad exchanges failed, and all the bad actors failed. And we had to watch the development of a regulatory apparatus. So now you have KYC regulation on the exchanges in the US. You have clarity with regard to how it's taxed. You have clarity with regard to what it is and isn't. I think people are starting to understand it's not a currency. It's not a payment network. It's a bank in cyberspace that allows billions of people to store their money. It gives them a simple, straightforward, affordable, secure savings account for people that can't set up their own hedge fund and don't know and can't get into a hedge fund, and they just want to put their money in a bank. The politicians and the country has destroyed the savings account over the past 30 years. When I was a kid, you put your money in a savings account, get 5% interest, and everybody believed that the money was going to be more valuable in the future. You wouldn't lose your money. And that option's been deprived. And so Bitcoin has emerged from casino gambling, scary, to the savings account or savings and loan at the end of the universe. And that's the journey of the 10 years. And that's why I could get excited about it in the year 2020.
All investments are subject to risk, including the possible loss of the money you invest. For more information about SkyBridge Multi-Advisor Hedge Fund Portfolios Series G and the SkyBridge G2 Fund, call 1-888-759-2730 to obtain a prospectus. Investment objectives, risks, charges, expenses, and other important information about a fund are contained in the prospectus. Read and consider it carefully before investing. This webcast is for educational purposes only. We recommend that you consult a professional advisor about your individual situation.